Hey everybody, last time we were able to take care of some possessed or otherworldly at least letters, a traffic light, and now we're on the warpath looking for this Japanese paper lantern. So I discovered where the sealed threshold hall was. It was gated behind clearance level 6. It's over here. We've been in this area before, but we just not have been able to access it until this point. So here we are. This is a surprisingly massive area of the map that we have not yet explored. So I'm kind of excited just to have a whole nother wing that's, essentially it's our first time here. Ooh. Locate the mirror. Okay, hang on. Something I missed there clearly. Mirror supplement. A Victorian mirror. She was admitted to a mental ward for emotional instability soon after relocating to Illinois with her family in 1914. The item only appears on record again in 2006 when the Bureau investigated a sudden rise in disappearances in Illinois. Agents found the item hanging in the local library. They contained it quickly, though the missing people of the town were never recovered. Supplementary materials. August 18th, 1915. We certify that the case of Mrs. Blank has shown her to be a lunatic under the reasons of hysteria, bad company, and imaginary female trouble. Her fixation with the family-looking glass is noteworthy, though not an uncommon matter when considering the female disposition. Oh, brother. Mrs. Carver is a fit subject for the lunatic asylum and will remain in its confines until her affliction has passed. Not the classic old-timey medicine. It's like, we don't really understand it, so, we don't understand what's happening with you mentally, so we're just going to lock you up. Oh, prime candidate program. Oh, is this, this is where we were supposed to go for Dylan as well, if I'm not mistaken. Aha. Find the prime candidate program. So we've got this. So actually, while we're here, why don't we track our primary objective? And if we happen to run across the paper lantern while we're here, then so much the better. So I guess we're kind of knocking out two birds with one stone here, eh? Good stuff.
To find new prime candidates, the Bureau needs a director. Our future. P6 and P7.
P6 and P7. Are we P7? So obviously Dylan is P6. Right, before we trigger those guys, it has been a little while since we've done some hotline videos, and I don't necessarily want to watch a bunch of them right now, but I would like to hear the one about the prime candidates at the very least. I think there's a few. Well, the board ones are actually pretty quick, so why don't we knock out the board hotlines, because those are usually like 15 seconds or less, and then we'll listen to the one from Trench about prime candidates, and then we'll go from there. So, astral constructs. Certain resources loot can be constructed, crafted into mods forms. We advocate facilitate this at control points menus. This will only be available exclusive for the director. Full stop. Okay, yep, that we knew. So the board, it's interesting that most of the hotline things with Trench are more about the lore of the world, and the board hotline things are kind of almost like tutorial type information for us. Control points. We reach tether through control points into the Bureau house. Nexus threshold area codes allow for access. You can translocate, fast travel, construct through the control points. I keep leaving the sentence hanging because I feel like there's more coming, but no, they don't use a whole lot of punctuation, I guess. I mean, when you're a super intelligent being, you kind of transcend the need for punctuation, is my opinion. Former. The former descent is back, not gone. It is previous disappointment. and is not part of board us. We apologize, denial knowledge, for the inconvenience. You will see face the former. It is stealing, linking altered items. It builds a competition / not us. You must espionage, destroy, when possible, inevitable. Do not believe, get hyped. Too late, I'm already hyped. About the former's lies, ads. We provide, offer better bonus package health plan. If you leave, you will be sorry / dead. Oh. And you will never work / exist in this torn / cosmic reality again. Yes. Yes. I honestly don't know what this is referring to. The former? It was talking about the former as if this was an entity or a group of enemies we had encountered before. Maybe we have, but I certainly... Is it like the former director, maybe? Or is that a hint to, like, what happens to previous directors? I'm not sure. Alright, but let's listen to the last one. Objects of power. Objects of power are holders 665 to the other / blessing. We hold the reigns law. We are failing in translating hyperreal concepts. Secrets instructions will be lost. Ignore this message. Oh. That's like, your primitive human brain is too basic to understand what we're saying. Thanks a lot, board. It's a real confidence boost. Alright, let's go ahead and take out some of these guys. Let's see if we can draw them over here, because this is actually a decent... this is a decent point of cover for us. Oh. He was quickly dealt with. Alright. Fortunately, these guys with the armor are pretty easy to deal with. Ah. Didn't save up quite enough ammo there. I see you up there. Don't think that I don't. Alright, we'll get in there in a second. I wanted to take out at least one or two more of the flying individuals, if possible. There we go. That's one of the ones I wanted to get. Yeah, those guys over there. Oh, you. I know you. Oh, we're out of juice. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be in there with those chair guys plus this... What are they called? I forget what they're called. Alright, well we really have to get rid of the heal bot, because otherwise things are going to be bad for us. So let's wait until he gets his next attack off, and then we will maybe run down there. Yeah, we're not going to make a lot of progress this way. Alright, here goes nothing. See him. Oh gosh. Where'd he go? Not you. There he is. Did we get him? I think we did. Okay. So with that, why don't we actually run back here briefly? Because their healing capability should be pretty much kaput at this point. Ah, shoot. Let's go on this side because it's a little bit easier to throw objects. There we go. That's more like it. A little bit of a cheese, but be honest, I would rather do this. Oh, I'll take you. Yep. There we go. Eat some of that. And you like them apples. More grenade launcher in my life, please. I know I'm talking this up to death, but it is one of the more fun ones, in my opinion. Did I get him? Oh, I think he's like on, yeah, 1 bar of health. There we go. Mano y mano. You and me. There we go. Down he goes. Alright, I think we are good. So good. We have quite a bit of these upgrade materials. Oh, wow, look at that. That's new. So I'm going to try to remember the next time we find a control point. This is kind of giving me a headache a little bit. Next time we have the opportunity, I'm going to see if we can upgrade our grenade launcher, maybe. Bright Falls supplement. Oh, Bright Falls, Alan Wake. There we go. Oh man, I wish that we had the Bright Falls, the summary, because looks like there's summaries and supplements. So here's the supplement anyway. Alice Wake, Mr. Wake's wife, was found during the Bureau investigation. She was interviewed and evaluated. She showed signs of severe mental trauma in the form of, like, acute memory loss. She was later directed to treatment. It was concluded that she had been trapped in the threshold during its manifestation. Notable individuals still missing after the Bright Falls event are FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale and Dr. Emil Hartman, referred to the Creator's Dilemma and the file with regards to the Cauldron Lake Lodge. Bureau researchers believe this event was the result of a forceful perception of subjective reality stemming from Mr. Wake overlapping on our own. Wake has been flagged as a potential peri-utilitarian. See Prime Candidate Program file for more details. In 2011, a book by Clay Stewart titled The Alan Wake Files was published by Roundabout Press, New York and Olympia. Agents interviewed Clay Stewart and suspected minor peri-utilitarian sensitivity. He was placed under indefinite surveillance. A monitoring station was established at Cauldron Lake to alert the Bureau of any future activity. Very cool. That's so, yeah, I didn't know how, like, forthright, I guess they would be with the connection. I'm not sure if that's the right term, but like how obvious they would make the connection. But here, no, they're jumping into it right away, which is super cool. I wonder, because it talked about linking Alan Wake with the Prime Candidate Program, if he was like, you know, meets the or like met the qualifications, I guess, to some extent. I wonder if we can find the basic case file around here. Let's go ahead and just look around on this level. I would like to kind of see their summary of the events. There's the P7 one over there. That's so funny. I would never. It was just a random codex entry that we happened to pick up. I just love references, you know. All right, what is this? It's probably explosive. All right, why don't we check the downstairs area as well while we're here. So Dylan seemed to think there was something disturbing, I guess, or something that would change our perception of the board that we would find here, or at least of the Bureau. So I'm very interested to... Oh, let's not go on this side quite yet. I'm very interested to discover what that might be. I mean, we already know that the Bureau, they're not they're not villainous, in my opinion. Like, they have to do some questionable things in order to contain these events. But it's also somewhat understandable, you know? Like, if the alternative is just letting a random fridge mess people's day up on the real world, like, to some extent you have to step in and do things that the regular populace is probably not equipped to do, you know? As far as, like, kidnapping kids and, you know, prepping them to hold positions of leadership in your government agency, obviously I've got a little bit of a problem with that. But as far as, like, the purpose and the existence and, like, the main, I guess, competencies of the Bureau itself, I don't really have a huge problem with it, to be honest. But I guess Dylan seems to think that there's something that might change the way we perceive things. And I do feel like the game has, you know, really made an effort for us to kind of to humanize some of the Bureau people. Like, it's got the book club and, you know, people complaining about the no smoking policy and just random stuff. So it's like, even though it's somewhat of a faceless government agency, it's still made up of just people who are trying to do the best they can, you know? Just, it's an interesting, like, the most interesting characters are ones that are not totally good or totally evil, but they're complicated because, well, people are complicated in real life. Alright, where are we right now? Is this where we started out? Yes, this is our fast travel way, or our shortcut out. Okay, closed cases. I guess we'll take these one by one. What do we have here? Oh, the Bright Falls summary. That's exactly what I wanted. Perfect. An unconfirmed threshold manifestation at Cauldron Lake, Washington, resulted in a fictional story written by the author Alan Wake, creating an AWE, an Alan Wake event. Just kidding. In which reality was altered to match that of the story, though only locally and for a limited time. Mr. Kirkland, head of investigations, was alerted on September 13th, 2010, by ex-Bureau agent Frank Breaker that an AWE event was taking place at Bright Falls, Washington, referred to events investigated in 1970, 76, 78. Breaker had received a call from Barry Wheeler, Alan Wake's literary agent, on behalf of Breaker's daughter Sarah, who was the current sheriff of Bright Falls. A Bureau field team arrived at the site 2 days later, only to confirm that the event was over. Interviews were conducted, referred to the 70 Thomas Zane, 76, 78 Odin Anderson, Tor Anderson. Those are like Norse names, Odin and Thor. Alan Wake was believed to instigator. Eyewitness reports highlight an old light switch, possible object of power, that was missing. Wake was not found at the scene. Reports claim he dived into the lake, but no body was recovered in the search. Very neat. Always interesting to see the story from another perspective, I guess. Oh, another creepy Threshold Kids episode. Let's go. It's my favorite. It makes my day. It actually does kind of make my day when we find these. So here we go. What are we learning about today? Threshold Kids. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, boo.
I can see you're upset, Meg. Why don't you tell Uncle Mr. Bones what's wrong?
I did bad on my clairvoyance test.
You can't ace every test, Meg. You see, everyone has different brains.
Like the way he says brains. Brains.
Some brains can talk to each other. We call this ESP.
ESP?
Yeah.
Some brains can lift objects like a baseball. Talk about a fly ball, eh, Meg?
Oh, very good.
No interruptions!
This is great.
So who cares if you fail your clairvoyance test? Maybe your brain can throw baseballs, or talk to dead people, or make friends blind. Once we know what your brains can do, we'll know what job to give you. And if your brains are just right, you'll get to sit in the big chair.
Big chair. Oh my gosh, that noise. What is the big chair? Just literally a big chair.
What if I don't want the big chair?
What
Too bad.
if I don't want the big chair?
Everyone wants the big chair, Meg!
Yeah,
That's
Meg.
why we're all here.
Get with
Use
the program.
those brains to listen for once, or the only chair you'll get in is the one with straps.
Oh, that's so dark. That's great. More of those, please. Honestly, if I could just get the entire lore of the world in Threshold Kids episodes, I would be very happy. That's all I want. All right, there's the P6 program, and there's the P7 program. Huh. I guess we'll go consecutively, right?
I wish things had gone differently in Ordinary for us. But
This is
wishing
a
won't
picture of-
change things.
Is
Finding
that-
the projector will.
Yeah, we've got to find that slide projector. Is this a picture of what happened in Ordinary? I guess the town that we were both from? Oh, here we go. Down in front.
Ordinary. There's so much coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's saying something. And the boy, Dylan Faden, prime candidate 6.
Mm-hmm.
And the sister as well. Once we catch up with her, but the boy, so much potential. We're talking Northmore level readings here. And I don't want to invoke his name. It's completely different circumstances
Northmore
here.
being the former director, or one of the former directors before Trench.
There was an incident. Yes. We lost a valuable member of our team, yes.
Huh.
This force.
Because of Dylan? Yeah.
Dylan has so much. But he's just a kid. I'll take the blame. He needs some slack. I mean, boys will be boys.
Yeah, I mean,
He's exceptional and under a lot of stress.
and he's mentally a kid, even though he's in his 20s or 30s,
Robert's got
probably.
killed. It's an unfortunate accident, that's all.
Really trying hard to
Marshall needs to
justify
realize
it.
this. We will make this work. We'll make this work.
Huh. Marshall needs to realize this. So I guess Marshall is not a big fan of Dylan. Maybe he just thinks that he's more trouble than he's worth. Which is interesting, because we're supposedly working for/with her now, so... let's read this file. Dylan Faden transcript. For review by Dr. Darling. Note, the subject was alone during this outburst. You again, I thought I'd told you to leave me alone. Why are you showing me this? I can't do anything. Can't you see where I am? Why don't you help me get the fuck out of here? You always show me things I can't do anything about. Stop showing me her. I don't care anymore, and I don't care about you. You both let me here to rot. Oh, is this, is this A, either talking about us in his head, or B, an entity kind of like Polaris that's with us, except like a negative version. Whoa, that is intense. And then P6 victim autopsy. That's the Roberts who was killed that Darling was referring to. Autopsy findings: blunt force injuries to the of the head and neck, extensive trauma of the abdominal region, lacerations and contusions of the upper and lower torso, fracture of the spinal cord between L1 and L2 vertebrae, avulsion fracture of the 3rd through 10th ribs, left and right, blunt forces of the extremities, abrasions, lacerations, and contusions of the extremities, dislocation of left and right elbows and knees. After examination, it was determined that the cause of death was internal bleeding that occurred when the agent was contorted through his... I don't know what that was. Probably just using telekinesis to crush him, one would think. Huh. Okay, so that's P6. That much we already knew, but P7... Is that us? Are we P7?
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see? It doesn't matter. We need to find that projector.
Okay, well, there's a picture of us. Last seen. Coffee soap. Those are two words that should not be together. Okay. What's in here? Outfits. Candidate P7. Oh. I do like outfits. I guess that kind of confirms that is us, huh? If we got an outfit for it.
All the times I felt paranoid.
Yeah,
I was right.
We've
The
been
Bureau
followed.
could have given me the answers,
Quite
but
some
they
time.
just stood by and watched me.
That's so strange. Why would they just allow us to be under observation for so long if we're supposedly like a candidate for a future director? Why wouldn't they like invite us in? Maybe because Dylan was so problematic. They're like, well, maybe candidates need to like thrive in the real world for a while before they're ready for the Bureau, which actually fair enough. Jesse Faden movement tracking. Eastward movement cause for concern. Departs Cheyenne, Wyoming. Arrives in Sydney, Nebraska. Departs Sydney, Nebraska. Arrives in Des Moines, Iowa. Then to Chicago, to South Bend, Indiana, to Cleveland, Ohio, to Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, and then finally New York, which is presumably where we are right now. Or not presumably, it is.
We used to play there all the time.
Oh, our
Me and
therapy
Dylan.
sessions?
And
What?
other kids as well.
That's
We
pretty
loved it.
terrible.
This time, I remember, was different. We found a way in, deeper into it, like it had shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the slide projector.
A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away. Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No. Yes, but that has nothing to do with...
Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small?
No.
Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe. In one form or the other?
Maybe.
When was this? Can you remember? At parties? Barbecues? How did it make you feel? Did your parents ever show pictures that embarrassed you? Was alcohol ever involved at these parties? Did your parents drink? Did that make you uncomfortable?
No. That's just stupid. Come on. That has nothing to do with this. Nothing.
The slide projector, let me ask you this. As a child, did you ever fantasize about worlds inside pictures? Inside a painting? You know, stepping into a painting, into a hidden world, escaping and finding adventure there, away from your parents.
I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe.
So the therapist is probably like a FBC plant, right? Like all those questions that they're asking. Surely that's more. It's less to help us with like therapy and more for getting information about that object of power. That seems to be what I'm gleaning from that conversation. All right. I think we're done with this area. Oh, that's open now, so we can get out when we want. Find the ordinary AWE area.
I studied what happened in ordinary here.
Oh, and it's a whole
That's
separate...
the place to start looking.
Yeah, it's like a whole separate section. That's crazy. Usually it's just a couple files for AWEs, but they've given it their own, like, separate section. Uh-oh. One more. So I wonder why they're continuing to study it. I guess because Dylan, they're still hoping that Dylan will turn out, maybe even to be our replacement. Is that possible? Work chat, dead dog. I see your creepy teeth delivery and raise you a dead dog. Yeah, like a straight up deceased dog. Had a collar on it and everything. It had been rotting in that box since they packed it up. Go ahead and imagine how it smelled. So don't go whining to me. I wish I got to watch a parade of human teeth. What is this? This is non-official. What the heck is that in reference to? People just getting sent weird stuff? Why would that be in this section? Oh, this is weird. I'm a little creeped out right now. Let's take a little peek down there if we can. Oh, there's something big in there. Like a little cocoon. It's hard to tell what or who that is. It is very weird. Got an elevator here. All right, let's finish clearing this floor before we take the elevator down. Maybe it's just normal, the normal bubble wrapped, so to speak, enemies. You know. All right, another file. Willow AWE shipping manifest. Inventory list of recovered materials. A hollow sphere, stone-like material. Vitrified soil, pieces of various sizes and colors. Animal carcass, possibly canine. Rusted metal bucket, leather wallet. Aged shotgun cartridge. All materials go to the investigation sector for further analysis. What was the Willow... For some reason, I'm drawing a blank on what the Willow AWE event is, because ours is the ordinary one. Let's go back. Is it under case files, maybe? Altered world events. Altered items. Correspondence, maybe? Tomasi, Willow AWE outcome. Yeah, I guess it's just like the most recent AWE event that we learned about before getting here. So something about polar bears. Tomasi was trying to handle it before he went, you know, went all hissy. AWE investigations in Duluth. Okay. Not 100% sure what the Willow one is about, but I did recall us seeing it referenced to some extent before. So, alright. Let's pick this up. Yeah, we are sitting on a ton of materials to upgrade right now. I wouldn't mind getting a chance to tune up our gun a little bit. Alright, I guess let's head downstairs, huh? Is it strange that I feel kind of... Oh, shoot! Oh my gosh, that scared the Jesus out of me. I was... I was just about to say, is it weird that I'm feeling...
both prime candidates.
super paranoid right now? Like,
Experiments.
kind of nervous. Very nervous, actually. Oh my gosh. It's probably some of the most creeped out that I felt since we've been here. Okay, so far so good. Alright, a bunch of materials. NYC subway. Interesting. Oh, let's just take a quick look. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Actually, we probably need to cleanse the control point before we can start exploring the side a little bit. What does this say? Sterling AWE, ordinary... What's the Sterling AWE? Okay, let's go ahead and take this. And let's fix this room up. Make it a little less screensavery. There we go, very nice. Very satisfying.
We're going back home. Of course we are.
Huh.
It started there, and it's never gone away.
So we're gonna have to relive the event or replay it somehow. Alright, astral constructs. I'm sure we've got the juice to upgrade these. Charge. This is our what do you call it? Grenade launcher construct, right? Let's just make sure. I'm trying to recall. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, charge. So definitely want to get that. We're going to get the extra mod slot, which is amazing. Yep. Beautiful. Okay. And actually we have the materials to upgrade it to level 3 except for the source. So that's good to know. We'll sit on that for a while. The grip. I mean, all these other ones, the spin, shatter, and pierce. I don't know. Maybe I'm not using them super optimally, but I just like having like one AoE damage weapon and then one kind of all-around good weapon with the grip. So I kind of just want to upgrade it because I use it so much. And then, like, if we get the opportunity to upgrade these other ones, you know, I guess we can because that's what this is all for, but I'm not in a huge rush. Alright, the mods. We can't really use that right now. Abilities. We've got some countermeasures that we can collect. So we'll take that. We'll take that. What else do we want to take? Maintenance incursion. Are we in the containment sector right now? Guess we'll take that. Containment, prisons, eggshells is a very human reaction. Violets too. And then, I don't know. Sure, mold hosts. Okay, so with that, let's see what we want to throw into the slot. So we can do ammo cost while levitating. We can do better. Projectile speed, that's what we had before. Or just straight up damage. The projectile speed is actually not something that's really affected my strategy a whole lot, so I'm just going to take the straight up damage output. And then for the grip, we can do ammo cost while levitating or energy gained from headshots. Neither of those are home runs to me. Sure, I guess we'll try to get a few more headshots. I think we can do better than that, though. Alright, before we take a break, why don't we go ahead and clear some of these side rooms. What do we have here? Oh. Okay, I guess we're not meant to be in here quite yet. Or we are, and we just need to be smart about how we get around. What am I shooting for here? I know I can levitate over the stuff. Okay. How do I get back there? Well, actually, it's not hurting me now, so I'm not sure what was... It sounded like there was something hitting us. Not quite sure. Spin rate of fire boost, whatever. Okay, I want to say that's everything in here. Yeah, interesting. So we took a little bit of... It sounded like she was reacting in a damaged way, but don't see any issues. And then let's just check this side real quick. Maybe nothing. No. Okay. All right. So from here, we'll take a break, and when we come back, keep in mind we're still on the lookout for the final altered item, the Japanese lantern for Langston. So hopefully we'll uncover that somewhere around here. Actually, let's take a look. Is that... That is... Paper lantern. Sometimes it'll give some specifics. The sealed threshold hall. Okay. I assume that's somewhere we'll run into. But when we come back, I guess we're going back to Ordinary, back to our hometown, where it all began with Dylan. We'll probably get a little bit more backstory about where we came from, and maybe how that event affected us in more ways than we initially realized. So I'm very interested. This is a very cool area, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable with our combat power at this point. So anything really that we get beyond this is just kind of gravy, in my opinion. So with that, we'll have that to look forward to next time, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.